Biden and Obama haven't closed Guantanamo Bay. It takes an executive order. You could close Guantanamo Bay with one swipe of the pen within 48 hours. Move those prisoners there to the U.S. They could have done card checks for unions. There's many things that they could have done. But so the whole idea that Biden can't twist the arms to get Joe Manchin or Sinema or other people to support minimum wage, or that he couldn't try to ramp, at least make a good faith effort to get Medicare for all, is a lot of bullshit. They don't want it. I don't believe for a second that the Democratic National Committee wants Medicare for all. And you want to know why? Let's talk intersectionality again. What do you companies, corporations are more scared of Medicare for all than the $15 minimum wage? You want to know why? Because they know that if the $15 becomes the minimum wage, they can absorb that. But what happens?
And they'll get subsidies too, right? They'll get subsidies.
But what happens if Medicare for all passes? Well, then people are not going to be tied to employers because of their health care. I had a manager at a company I worked for whose wife had ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. He couldn't leave that company, even though he was making decent money, for a better job, because he could not. That specific company had health care that suited him. But now, if you detach health care from a company, all of a sudden, you could. If I want to work at a bookstore, I can do that because I have health care, and that will cost corporations far more than the $15 minimum wage, which is why Medicare for all will not happen while you have Democrats and Republicans there. That's why you need ranked choice voting. That's why you need people to vote for third parties. And ranked choice voting is the best wedge that we have currently available to open up the electoral system. Because what happens is, if you have viable third parties, fourth and fifth and sixth parties, you have to necessarily build coalitions. And ranked choice voting will say, if there are 10 candidates and my Democrat is the number 7 candidate to vote for and number 10 is the Republican, well, then you are giving you, or even if they're only third or fourth, you are opening things up and you are allowing people to vote without saying, well, I'm throwing my vote away for a Republican. I'm throwing my vote away because if I don't vote for the Democrat, the Republicans will take over. So these, again, are these intersectional things, which is a term that's generally used for gender politics, but it affects everything, as I've said, from food production to the Green New Deal to healthcare to these basic political choices. I'm rambling again. Let other people speak.